Frags and Beer family, welcome back to Beard Wizard Reviews. I'm your host, Zaymont, also known as Trevor on social media, links to which you can find in the video description below, including ways to support the channel like Geek Grind Coffee, which I carried at the show. So I haven't seen you guys in a week, a little over a week. I was at Origins last week. We're actually, Ray and I, the other author that did the show with us, we're going to talk about that show in Whiskey Confidential coming up in the next couple of weeks when we get some numbers and some data. But I have a lot of thoughts on these bigger conventions. This is the first time I have been a vendor at a show this size. It is not the first time I've attended a show this size. And it's a very different experience from that side of the venue, so to speak. And I've got a lot of insight, talked to a lot of other vendors and some thoughts on what's going on. Ed, thank you so much. I'm so glad to be back. But anyway, we're going to talk about that all on Whiskey Confidential here in a couple weeks if you're interested in anything related to that. Until we get into those, though, again, check out the channel or check out the video description on how to support us. Make sure you click the subscribe button. We're now up to 1,100 subscribers, which is awesome. Want to keep pushing that. And check out my Twitch channel. I'm going to be on Twitch hopefully tonight playing some Tarkov because I missed y'all. And I missed y'all over on Twitch. And I missed my computer and all this fun stuff. So today we're going to there's been a ton of new releases since I left. It was crazy. Every day I was checking my phone and I get a new notification for an artist that we do on the show that has released a new song. We've got Tom. We've got Blackbriar's got new stuff coming soon. Ginger released a new song. I think NK47 released it. Like, we've got tons and tons of new stuff. So I'm going to be pushing back through those catalogs and catching you all up. Giving you my thoughts on this stuff. And we're starting with Tom's new one that released last Friday, and I missed it. I did listen to it while I was at Origins, and then we're going to listen to it again here and talk about it, pause as necessary, etc., etc. If you are in the stream, in the chat with Ed, say hi, let me know you're here. If you're watching the recording, leave me a comment, let me know what you think. But here we go. This is Tom MacDonald's new one, Scars.
I don't remember how I got all these scars, but I know I lived a hell of a life. I can't remember how I made it this far, but I know it was a hell of a fight. Could have been some bones in a coffin stone, drinking vodka, locked up with the bros, causing problems, broke at the bottom. You know that I got a lot of marks under these clothes. Should have killed me, somehow I survived. These tattoos
This is an interesting sound from Tom. It harkens back to his older stuff, even going back before he really broke out with Best Rapper and No Response. It's obviously more melodic, less rap. He's playing guitar, which is relatively new. I know that he has fiddled around with the guitar and a piano in a couple of songs, but it's not something we see a lot of, especially in an entire song. And I like the sound of this. I like a little bit of this, and it's also a different sound. Tom, we haven't done it on the show, but one of Tom's early songs on his channel, and I don't remember the title, is more of sort of a country song, and it's a little unusual to hear Tom do something that sounds sort of country or country rock. And I kind of like it. I like it when he experiments a little bit. I like it when he tries new things. Not everything lands, not everything works. But I like this one. I think it works really well. And it goes into, again, some of the struggle with depression, some of the struggle with image. A lot of people get tattoos for a multitude of reasons. And this is probably a little bit of metaphor and a little bit of symbology here, but the idea that tattoos are hiding scars. A lot of people do get tattoos to hide scars, whether they are physical or emotional or mental scars. That sometimes allows people to sort of express themselves, to give something for other people to see that isn't there. Maybe if they feel like people aren't looking through them and seeing their hurt or seeing what they're going through, they're seeing this art or these images or these, you know, these tattoos. You can't see mine very well, but you know, everybody has different reasons for doing that, and I like him using that sort of as a metaphor for his mask, so to speak.
I don't remember how I ended up here, but I know I probably should have died. I don't remember why I cried all those tears, but I know that I turned out alright. I know that people wanted me dead, I lost all my friends, was running from the cops, getting bread was dark in my head. You know that I have seen a lot of things in all of my years, but I'm thankful for this crazy life. Every single scar and every single scrape, every bruise and tattoo along the way tells a little story that I can't explain, because the words escape me but the marks remain. They won't ever fade and they can't be erased. They made me who I am and I am not ashamed. Every bump and scratch and every drop of blood prove how far I've came. These tattoos on my arm hide from you all the scars. These tattoos on my arm hide from you all the scars. I have had my scars longer than most of my friends. Crashed a couple cars, put some stitches in my legs. Looked up at the stars and all I can say is thanks. Recovery was hard, but it made me who I am. All these ugly battle scars complete me. They're reminders of the demons who tried their best to defeat me. They don't look so good in photos, but my struggles ain't beneath me. And these tattoos ain't for nothing, this is physical graffiti. Every broken bone.
I like that, and welcome whoever just joined. The idea that, and it's not necessarily an idea, I've heard this quote or something very similar to it many times, that we are the sum of our scars. We are the sum of our grays. We are the sum of our wrinkles. Those things are not to be ashamed of. You know, I've oddly enough, some time ago, I actually had an offer from a hair coloring company. They wanted to know if I'd be interested in promoting their beard coloring product and using it, promoting it. And no, you know, I'm not that old, but I'm pretty gray, and I earned every one of these gray hairs, all the stress, all the long nights, all of the anxiety, all of the worry about money, about my family, about whether we were going to make it or not. All of the things that I went through to get here are here. You know, the scars that I have on my head and in various places from the places I've hurt myself, those make me who I am. I've learned from those as have taught me. So your scars are not things to be ashamed of. Your experiences in life are not to be ashamed of. And sometimes we want to hide them, or sometimes we just don't talk about them. But we definitely shouldn't be ashamed of them. And I think that's a lot of what he's trying to say here in this is these scars, these things that we do, they are what make us who we are. We wouldn't be who we are without them, without those experiences, without those mistakes, without hurting ourselves, without falling down and turning gray and getting wrinkles. Like that is the roadmap of our life. And I really like that sort of mentality, because I think it's important. Too many people are fake to hide, or because they're ashamed of where they've been. So they try to present a false image of who they are. They try to hide that roadmap, and I think that's a mistake. So I'm glad that somebody who is this popular and this famous, this well known on the internet, is willing to say, no, this is me, take it or leave it. These scars are who I am. So I think that's an important message.
Ain't for nothing, this is physical graffiti. Every broken bone, all the sticks and stones, and the moments when I felt so alone. Every single tear and like a million beers that I only drank so I could try to cope. Every bloody nose and all the muddy clothes when I was in the dirt down inside a hole. Every single scuff and every single scab made me who I am. These tattoos on my arm hide from you all the scars. These tattoos on my arm hide from you all the scars. These tattoos on my arms hide from you all the scars.
I think that was a really good one. Probably not my favorite from Tom. I love the message in this song. I like the video. The video is fantastic. I like that he's experimenting with something a little different. I like the feel of it and the sound of it. Fantastic video from Nova. I know they had some trouble with this video. I watched in the lead up to that Friday. Yeah, as Ed said, very profound lyrics from Tom. I agree. He, for the most part, generally delivers something very thought-provoking, very profound, sometimes controversial, sometimes offensive. Sometimes I don't agree with what he says. Sometimes I do. But even when I don't agree, I can't deny that what he has to say is usually profound and is at least thought-provoking, at least makes you stop and think. And at the end of the day, that's what music is supposed to do. That's what storytelling is supposed to do. So I like this one. I'm glad it came out on Friday. Sorry I missed it. And again, there's a lot of new stuff coming. So hopefully over the next few days, this weekend going into next week, I can catch up to all the new releases we've had. And I'm so glad to be back. And again, we will be talking about our experience at Origins this year on Whiskey Confidential. I will be there with Ray Clark. Stay tuned on social media and here. I'll announce when we're going to do it. It probably won't be for a week at least till we get some numbers because I want to have some facts and data when we come to you with some of our experiences, and so we can talk about things like attendance and what could possibly be done to make these larger shows survive what has happened over the last couple of years, because I'm very worried about some of these large shows. As a vendor and as an attendee of some of these shows, I'm a little worried about them. So we'll talk about that coming up. Thank you, Ed, and anybody else who was here. I appreciate you. I will see you all again soon. Make sure you subscribe, and much love.